Boom. Now we're talking. Okay, guys. Let's get into it. For anyone who doesn't know, this is the series I'm doing calling Budget Deck Techs. What it is I'm making decks based off of only commons and uncommon cards as a way to replicate the budget of, you know, paper magic or online magic where it just costs less. And in this way, the currency is, you know, your rare and mythic wildcards. So you're not going to be spending a lot of wildcards to put these together. Or if you are, it's going to be the ones that are really cheap. We get a lot of uncommon wildcards now. So that's kind of the goal. So it gives people kind of a framework of a deck they can start with while they work towards something bigger. Or if they already have a really good deck with all the rares and mythics, they can start trying another one out without spending all the rares and mythics if they're not sure about it yet. So it's any sort of those things you can get into. Or also just ideas, I guess, is probably another way of seeing it. So over here we have all the cards I'm going to get into of all the rares and other cards you're going to want to put in to make it tier 1. But we'll start with the tier 2 budget version of the deck. So what we got here is we got 4 ops. Just an easy draw spell. It's going to be amazing. If you get it, you're not going to feel bad. You'll put it in any deck you want. Any blue deck can be happy to run it, especially once you get Search for his Kanta, which is the thing that you're going to want to get. So just all around engine, really good. Censor. I think Censor's going to be super important in the new meta. I talked about it in the other deck tech, but everyone's going to be wanting curving out. Red-green monsters wants to do that. Blue-black mid-range wants to do that. Grixis Energy wants to do that. Mono-red wants to do that. So Censor's going to have at least one target like every single game. Bits are bugged. I give up. I'm so sorry, Hyunjin. So sorry. We'll figure it out later, man. Don't worry. Don't you worry. Can't buy them. Dang. That's weird. I can help you figure that out right after this. Oh, shoot. I got copyright music going. We'll see how that works out. We'll see how it works out. Okay, so we got Essence Scatter as well. I feel like creatures are going to be much more important in the current meta. The reason being just all the bombs are creatures. So you got Scarab God, you got Gear Hulk, you got Glorybringer, you got Kindling Phoenix. Most of them are really hard to get rid of once they resolve. So you can deal with most, you know, instants and sorceries. That's why you only have 2 negate. But the creatures, once they stick, you're going to need a Vraska's Contempt or something. So you need Forest and Scatter if you're going to be relying on Revenant's Chupacabra and stuff. Going to donate £1. Say, here's your first pound help buying that PC. Oh, Kaden, that's not a troll donation. That's just a kind act. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, that's very kind. Yeah, don't worry, man. I'll set it up. I'll try to figure something out. It just feels bad because it didn't work the other time. So yeah, we'll get that working. Next we got some Moment of Craving. It's just really good against the mono-red aggro. I feel like mono-red aggro or black-red aggro is going to be huge in the new meta. So this is going to be important to kill all the on-crop crashers. Not Kari Zev, but not Fanatical Firebrand. Earthshaker Kenra. All the other Kenras. What's the other one? Resilient Kenra. Pretty much all those 2 and 3 drops that are going to be causing like a huge headache. Doing this in response to a Resilient Kenra trigger is probably pretty good. So this is just meant to keep you alive in a good form of removal. You'd be happy to have it in any deck. Pretty much all the decks that aren't running red will probably be running Moment of Craving. It's good early removal. Next we got Negate. I only run 2 because there's not a lot of instants or sorceries that are going to make you lose the game. The one I can think of is Approach, obviously, and it costs 7, so Supreme Will probably take care of that. And most people only run like 3 Approach anyway, so 1 Negate or 1 Supreme Will probably handle it anyway. Unless they're just straight up all counter spells in Approach, which will feel pretty bad. But I think that might be a little rough in the meta against the mono red decks, because they'll be playing like, you know, 2 spells a turn, so you won't always be able to counter everything. So Negate's just kind of like, I don't know, it's like you're just hedging your bets, you know. We're not 100% sure how the meta's going to turn out, but I know Essence Scatter is going to be super important, and then you got Negate and Censor to cover your other bases. So next we got Doomfall, which is like the poor man's Vona's Hunger. But I think it might even be better. It's not instant, which is but it does exile the creature, so you just get them down to their Scarab God with Golden Demise or something, and then you Doomfall it. Or, even better, you play Doomfall turn 3 if it's like a control deck and they're not doing a lot on the board. Oh, this is also good against Hazoret and Ronus too. Super important, super good. can't understate how good this is. If you're versing a control deck, it's still not dead, because either A, they're going to have 1 or 2 threats they want to keep alive, or you can just take cards from their hand. Always good. Golden Demise is one that, if you can, I'd rather have like a Yahenni's Expertise or something like that. It's a better sweeper. -2/-2 won't be as good in the new meta. You're going to want a Yahenni's Expertise or like Hour of Devastation, something like that. Sweltering Sun will be good too. So Golden Demise is just something you can if you don't want to spend a rare, but don't expect to just win you every game. Next we got Supreme Will, which to me is going to be the lifeblood of the deck. This will be good in any blue deck, whether you're a mid-range deck that wants to go aggro and then hold up counter spells, or you're a control deck who wants to counter early things and then later on find an answer. Super good. So you're happy with run 4 because they're going to be good in any deck. It just does everything you want. Amazing. Next we got 3 Hieroglyphic Illumination. Eventually you would want Glimmer, but we're not sure when Kaladesh is coming, so I would do this for now. Plus, it's better with Search for Kanta. So, why not, right? And by that I mean you can cycle it early on, so that it's hedging your bets a little bit better than Glimmer. So that, you know, with the current shuffler, it's kind of hard to get to 4 land drops consistently unless you have 26 lands, and we're only running 25. Might run 26, who knows? I think you could argue cutting a Chupacabra or a Hieroglyphic Illumination, but yeah, if you want the 26 land. But I can't get into the shuffler because of NDA, but pretty much your opening hand's going to have either 2 or 3 lands almost all the time. So Illumination is a good way to have just another version of Opt or a more powerful version later on. That's all. Chupacabra, it's a removal, and honestly could come into winning you the game eventually. He's a way to chip him down so that Riverwinder can kind of finish him off, but he's almost always a 2-for-1. Feels really good. Really good. Even your Golden Demise won't hit him always if you have Ascend, so that's also just something to look out for if you're worried about that. But yeah, and then also later versions of the deck, once you get the Scarab God in here, bringing him back is going to feel really good. A 4/4 that when it enters the battlefield kills a person. Do you guys understand how good that is? That's like a Gear Hulk. Like, come on. So yeah, he's great. Next you want a Striped Riverwinder. He could be... He's not terrible to run in conjunction with the Scarab God, but he's a common that's a finisher. Most control decks, your finishers are mythics or rares. But I found a common for you guys. Come on now. We also have one alternate version. Soul of the Rapids, he's common as well. Flying, hexproof. So that evasion could help you, but I'm feeling like we have enough removal and counter spells that you can keep this guy alive. But either of those, you could even split it 2 and 2. But yeah, this guy does have early cycling, so that once you swap out 1 for... what's his face? Scarab God. You can just cycle him early on with all your other guys. Flip your Kanta, whatever you need to do. And then just bring him back as a 4/4 hexproof, which is still fine. I mean, it's only 1 toughness power less, so... 4/4 hexproof, there's nothing to snub your nose at, so... yeah. Next we got Force Emerge Boneyard, 2 Field of Ruin, because we have no enchantment removal, as you can see. So if someone gets Iskanta or something out there, flip for Iskanta. Yep, absolutely, Canyon. This has got some legs to it, guys. This looks like a fun, good deck in my opinion. Depending on the meta, you can change it too. Maybe run like a few Duresses or something if control is a lot more common and everything. But yeah, we got that. Field of Ruin is for everyone else's flipped Iskantas, any other enchantments that you can't deal with. That's what that's for. You're gonna need that. Feels bad that's an uncommon for land, but it'll be good forever. So you'll never feel bad switching this in. And then 2 Evolving Wilds, and then all this bad boy. Don't worry, Evolving Wilds is common. This is a promo, that's why it's a rare. Then you just got some nice little lands going here. 8 Island, 9 Swamp. No big deal. Just working out. The main reason is you have a lot of double black. No double blue, so the mana works out pretty well. So the cards you're going to want to switch out, you could run a Baral's Expertise. If you just want to do, there's too many aggro decks, you want to keep them on their back foot. Also, it helps you to be able to swing in with your winders. And Baral's Expertise into Chupacabra or Glimmer feels amazing. So that's just something to look out for. Next we got 1 Baral. If you go the more instant and sorcery route, I mean, playing him and then playing Glimmer turn 3 always feels good. Or you could play him and then play 2 Moment of Cravings and leave up an Essence Scatter the next turn. Like, he does work. Plus his looting when he counter spells is amazing. So he's more the instant and sorcery control route rather than the creature-based Scarab God version. Bantu's Last Reckoning, that's the other sweeper I'd recommend. There will be a lot of indestructible creatures, but that's where your Vraska's Contempt and stuff will come in. But this will do a lot more work than Golden Demise. So once you have room for it, definitely put this in there. That's what she said. Oh, baby. Champion Wits helps you flip his Kanta. He comes back, so you're fine putting him into the graveyard, right? He filters your cards for card advantage, and getting him back with Scarab God is also quite good. It's cheaper. I mean, it is effectively still just eternalizing him, but he just does work. So you absolutely want to get him in there. We got Chart a Course. That's a good replacement maybe for Censor or Opt, or even Hieroglyphic Illumination if you just want a cheaper way to filter through your deck. And it'll let you discard stuff to search for his Kanta and Scarab God. So that's really good. And then, or if you just want to play cheaper creatures, you could attack him with your Brawl. Where's he at? Brawl. And then play your Chart a Course for 1. Hey, I don't want you in here. Not yet, bro. So that's going to be amazing. Next, we got Commit to Memory. This is just more of a way to deal with indestructible creatures, and then also memory is just a way to get you back. Got my key. What? Bro. Spatula. Let's do a victory real quick. Get myself a new man. Air horns. Why not? Dang. Congrats, Spatula. Dude, that's crazy. See, that was fast, dude. Alright, now you're going to be playing some Arena. I don't think you'll be able to help yourself. So much hype. That was fast, man. That was fast. See what I'm saying? There we go. What a guy. Just in time for NDA lift. Yeah, dude. Only 6 days away. We'll be happy to see you, bruv. Hopefully they have like friends list and matchmaking stuff, because it'd be super fun to play you too. Oh baby. Dude, that's yes, Youngin. So proud of himself. Okay, dang. That is awesome hype. When we finish this deck tech, we can talk about that too. Deadly Plunders. He's just something to consider. He's an uncommon that could maybe be one kind. I don't know. He fixes your mana if you want to start going Jund without getting all the lands. And he pumps himself. I don't know. Just if you want an uncommon. Demon of Dark Schemes. Awesome mythic. Got him. Yeah, buddy. Gosh, your emotes are so much better friendly than mine. Let's see. Demon of Dark Schemes. He's the sweeper. And you can get back out the bros. So if you're running all your glimmers and stuff, and you go more Grixis, so you can get your Harness Lightnings and everything, he might be kind of fun. I don't know. I just wanted to make a deck around him, so I'm putting it out there that he exists. That's all. Plus, getting back creatures is great, but you'd probably rather have Scarab God for that, so take that with a grain of salt. Next up is Disallow. It feels bad to use a rare for a counterspell, but countering any sort of ability is amazing. Countering your opponent's ultimate Planeswalker is going to be a big deal. Countering their Scarab God trigger, or their Scarab God, I guess, too. Anything like that, this card can do work. Or if your opponent's mana screwed or something, you could counter an Evolving Wilds trigger. That's something. Yeah, Disallow is just an amazing catch-all. So, definitely want that. Plus, the artwork's awesome. Look at that. Look at that artwork, bro. So good. Fatal Push. Like I said, it's over here. It's uncommon, yeah, but you don't know when Kaladesh is coming in. We don't. But once it's in, you're going to want it. I mean, it's just the premier removal. Any black deck that has it runs it. That's just kind of like the rule, because it's so good. So you're going to want that. Glimmer, you can place Hieroglyphic Illumination if you're sure you have enough card draw to hit it. And if you're running 26 lands, for sure. Glimmer is definitely just more powerful than Illumination. So that's something to consider. Oh no. Depends on how all in you are on the Azcanta deal. Hostage Taker. So good. This is like one of the best control cards in Standard. Scarab God kind of blew it out of the water, sure, but playing this and taking their creature is amazing. Then even if they kill it or whatever, you just bring it back with Scarab God as a 4/4, so it's even harder to kill. Yes please. Plus, if you want to, they don't have any creatures. Well, I guess that kind of defeats the point, but you could even just play it, get your Chupacabra and save it up for when they have a creature, and then you play it and kill their creature. Like, that's a thing I've done. Super good. Let's see here. Or I guess if you needed to, you play it. I've done this before too. Exile your River Winder or some sort of your win con, whatever, and then play like a Bantu's Last Reckoning so that the River Winder lives. Hopefully it doesn't come up too much because that's not an optimal play, but it is a fun play. It is certainly a fun play. Can I remember to get rid of this record for once? Thank you. That would be nice. I would appreciate that. Next one we got Metallurgic Summonings. This just seems like a super fun win con. This would fit more in the Brawl deck. Return all source cards from your graveyard hand. Dang, I didn't even know I had that ability. Holy cow. This is more for the Brawl version deck, where you can just cycle through your whole deck and then play all the instant sorceries to get a million constructs. Feels amazing. I saw some guy run this in standard. He was doing pretty good work with it. I skipped Liliana on accident because we were getting too hyped about Spatula getting that invite. Let that be a PSA to you guys. If you feel like you should have gotten an invite and you didn't, email them. Do that. Yeah, Lily's just amazing. It can get back your Scarab God. Well, I guess you don't even need Scarab. It can get back anything. Get back your Hasha Taker, your Chupacabras. It'll be good in any deck. It makes a board presence by itself. She's amazing. Huh? Can't hear you opening packs. Well played, Spatula. Well played. The hype is so real. Next we got Nezahal. This will be good for control matchups, control mirrors. I'll be running that. Because, I mean, they can counter... If they counter, like, your 3 win cons, you're kind of screwed. So it'd be nice to have this in there. Plus, you can get it back with the Lily. So that's fun. If you don't want to discard 3 cards one at a time, just... That way you can just only discard cards if you're going to use an exile effect on it. So he's awesome. Nibble Obstructionist is kind of niche, but I think it could be good. Because you can cycle it. You can either flash it in as a beater on their end step, if it's a control matchup, or... You can cycle it to discard activated trigger ability, you know, Planeswalker ability, Evolving Wilds. I'm trying to think what else. Enter the battlefield from Chupacabra, anything like that. And then you could bring it back with Scarab God. Everything's good just because of Scarab God. Like, I'd run 3 or 4 Scarab God, to be honest. So that's just something to consider. Noxious Gear Hulk. Kind of the same thing as Chupacabra, but it gets you back life. It's a little more expensive, so you'd only run 1 or 2, but... Again, dude, it was Scarab God. It's amazing. Just saying. Like, you kill their creature, gain 5 life, chump, block another creature, or trade with another creature. Bring it back with Scarab God, kill another creature. That's like, you're so far ahead they'll never come back. They'll never come back. Search for Viscanta. Get it. The order I would get these is probably Scarab God, Search for Viscanta, Champion of Wits. To be completely honest. Search for Viscanta is good in every single deck that has blue and isn't 100% creatures. That's just it. It's your engine. And with all your cycling and all the creature, your discard from Chart of Course and Champion of Wits, you'll flip it pretty fast. Probably turn 3 or 4. Not turn 3. Probably turn 4. Super good. Tetamach. He's kind of a spicy boy. He's a fun removal spell. I don't know if he's going to be tier 1. He might be a little too slow. 3 color versions of this deck are not going to like him because the black is a little bit too much. But I can't tell you how many times I have like 8 lands out. They have like 3 creatures, and I top deck Tetamach, put 2 pre counters on him, play him, kill the 2 creatures, trade the last one, and now you're super far ahead. So he does work. Fun little guy. Scarab God. What can I say? He's your win con. Trade for him first. Get him first. Look at me. Look at me. Get Scarab God. Okay. He's like the best win con in standard in a long time. You can only get rid of him with exile spells. And he just keeps coming back. Does not get much better than that. Torrential Gear Hulk. Again, he might fit better in the Metallurgic version or the Brawl version. As more of a... Cause why? Value. Yeah, Spatula, you got it. Channeling our inner Nate Price, right? But yeah, Gear Hulk does some work. Fleshing him in to hit that Glimmer. Amazing. Fleshing him in for Supremo, Moment of Craving, Disallow. Amazing. Vona's Hunger, if you want to play that, it's an instant. Amazing. He's just everything you want. And he lets you, if you want to play the version of the deck that's like a draw go, where you just kind of only tap out in their turn, you want him. You want him. Versus Contempt is going to be super important in the new meta. That life gain is a lot more important than you think. It really adds up with the Moment of Craving. Like, wow. For sure. You need to hit Scarab God. You need to hit Glorybringer. You need to hit Rekindling Phoenix, Ronus, Hazoret, maybe Oketra, because token decks are coming out too. So yeah, you want Vraska's Contempt for all those. And Yahenni's Expertise is another sweeper. Maybe like 2 of these and 1 Bantu's Last Reckoning is probably what you want. It's a little more expensive, but it lets you play another thing. So you could play this and then Doomfall their 1 creature that survives, or take the 1 card in their hand, or, you know, you could play, if you play the more sorcery speed version. Here we go. Secrets of the Golden City. That into Secrets of the Golden City would feel really good. Really good. So yeah, that's the deck tech, everybody. We're a little rushed because I'm running low on time, but I think it'll be an excellent starter. Like I said, this shell right here could do a lot of work because you're trading all your commons and uncommons for the rares and mythics, and then you just swing in with their Striped Riverwinder and you're fine. So yeah, that was pretty much that deck tech right there. We don't have another Nate Price, but well, actually 3 win cons. What up, Caleb? Welcome back, dude. Yeah, we got some Riverwinders. I mean, this is the obviously Scarab God is what you want, but yeah, we're moving up in the world. Faux show. Yeah, man, how you doing? We can go back to some duels.